Hi, I'm Josh from the Dave Root Band, and I have a bunch of questions for everybody who wrote in and had questions for me. And the first one is Julie from Wisconsin. Julie, your question is, which drum solo do you wish you had written? And I would have to say it would probably be the Santana drum solo from Woodstock. That was probably the first drum solo I had ever heard, and I just love the way it's played. It's simplistic and it's very fluid, and it was probably one of the solos that got me to really love playing the drums. So that would be the one that I check it out on YouTube. Go to the I think it's Woodstock '69 Santana, but check it out and you'll see what I mean. The next question is AB in Colorado. And your question is, when you're on stage, you're further back from the audience and behind the kit. So how do you make sure you connect with the crowd? I guess try and be as entertaining as possible. Dave and Marco don't like to, Marco especially doesn't like to talk a lot when he's on stage because he's pretty shy. And Dave's a shy guy himself, if you've ever got a chance to meet him. So I try and talk and crack jokes, but I don't think anybody thinks I'm very funny, but I'll try anyways. And the next question is Jen in California, and her question is, do you also write music and lyrics, and do you sing live at all? I'm a terrible lyricist. I couldn't write a lyric to save my life. And Dave wants me to sing more, so I actually just started singing. I think I have a horrible voice, but Dave seems to disagree. So I've started singing, and it's coming around. It's coming around, but I think I still have a ways to go. And as far as music being written in the Dave Root Band, Dave comes up with a lot of the melodies and a lot of the songs, but it's a really big group effort. Everybody has their own 2 cents to put in it, and it's always fun, especially when it's 3 people. You connect a lot better. So writing music with just 2 other people, a lot of everybody's idea gets put in, and time and time again, more people start coming out of their shell and start writing a lot more material. And the next question is Brandon in Kansas, and his question is, when tossing drumsticks, do you ever hit someone? It's been a while since I actually threw a stick out in the crowd, and the reason is, in the past I've actually hit people, yes. So I'm pretty weary of actually throwing sticks out in the crowd, because I think sometimes not everybody's actually paying attention, and I don't want to make the mistake of hitting somebody in the eye. I wouldn't like to get sued. And then the last question for me, Kelsey in Arizona, do you give drum lessons? If so, what is your approach to teaching? Yes, I do give lessons. I actually have a 7-year-old that I teach, which is the youngest person that I teach. And my biggest advice to teaching drums, or teaching any instrument, is be very patient. Be patient, be thorough, be basic, and don't overcomplicate things. Try and find a way that suits your student. So that would be my best answer. And then here are general band questions. And
just pick
Susie.
Which one. You can just go through and pick.
Okay. Susie in California. Her question is, what's the best live show you ever saw and the most disappointing show you ever saw? The best show I ever saw, and I tell this to anybody, whoever asks me, I was on vacation in Europe, and I was on the coast of Italy, in this little small town. It was a town, but it was broken up into 5 little spots, and there was there was, at night, I was with my cousin, I was with my brother, and there was a Queen cover band in Italy. And it was on the beach, and man, I tell you, I've never seen Queen live, but if it's anything like the cover band, it's probably the best show you will ever see. Just awesome time, awesome people, and just, my voice the next morning was shot because I was singing so loud and so hard, and so much. And the most disappointing show I ever saw was at Blake's. It was, my friend dragged me to a rap show, and it was the worst thing I ever saw. The guy started off a song by telling the sound guy, start track 5, and then he would sing along to a CD, which is pretty dumb. I could do that in my bathroom and probably draw more people. Name a musician you'd love to jam with, and this is from Eddie in Ohio. I'd have to say Robert Rodriguez, and he was he wrote a lot of he wrote a lot of the scores to many Quentin Tarantino movies, and he's just done other stuff. But I remember watching a video of him live at a party, and I think he's just got an overall great sense of music. And I love the Spanish kind of Texas country style of music, and that's I'm a huge fan of that. And I think he's just got great ideas, and I'd love to play with him.
Ladies and gentlemen, the download.
Have you ever had sex while listening to your own music? Sex while listening to my music? I don't think I have. If I ever do, that means I got a pretty big ego, so I'll try and stay away from that. I will tell you this: my current girlfriend, my girlfriend right now, we actually, the night that we met, we ended up making out to Tesla for the Forevermore CD, and we fell asleep, and it just kept going over and over and over, which is actually kind of funny. Let's see, where's some more questions? What? Okay. What do you do on a day? What do you do on your day off to relax? And this is from Nicole in Denver. What do I do on my days off? You know, I like to sleep in. Usually when I go to work, I have to wake up pretty early. I like to sleep in, and then after that, I'll probably sit in front of the TV for a little bit and have a cup of coffee. And then I'll go run around the lake. But usually on my days off, I like to either cook or go practice. I'm kind of a nerd when it comes to practicing. But I like to cook, so that's usually what I do on my days off. Okay, this is also from Nicole in Denver. Good. You get 2. Lucky you. How do you deal with politics in the music industry? You know, a lot of people don't like the politics in the music industry, and I can understand why. And especially nowadays, because there's so many people, and they're trying to, you know, especially now, because, you know, the recession, people are trying to make money playing music, and on top of that, there's so many bands than there used to be, and the way that you distribute music is a lot different than it used to be. So there's this huge competitive edge, and it's especially in the Bay Area and California, a lot of people are privileged when it comes to live music. So a lot of people don't go out. But as far as politics in the music industry, you know, just try to be honest, be patient, but be aggressive. If you're not an aggressive person, it's gonna be hard, you know. Some people get lucky, it just happens. Some people do get lucky.